Hello friends, thank you for joining me today and welcome to my channel. From the moment I saw the items in the most recent Star Path, I've been so excited to add them to my theme park. However, it quickly became very obvious that there wasn't going to be near enough room to simply add the items to my design. So after a lot of consideration of moving my theme park to a different biome, I ultimately decided to just tear out my entire Plaza design and start over from scratch. Again, in today's speed build, I'll be sharing part 1 of my theme park design in the Plaza. So without further ado, let's get on with it. I began this build by selecting the main focal point at the entrance to the Plaza. I knew going in that I wanted a fountain, and I ultimately decided to go ahead and try the larger Mickey fountain. Since the rides were going to be the largest items in the build and also the primary focus, my next step was to go ahead and pull those out and start to try to kind of figure out where I wanted to place them. I struggled a little bit here with the layout. I wanted it to feel balanced and even, but I also didn't want it to be too spread out. I was also trying to consider the views from the meadows since that would be the main entrance to the area, and because of this, I knew I wanted the Ferris wheel to be in the back. I already knew that I loved the view of the castle as the background to it when I walked up the steps. Since the Ferris wheel was the one item that I knew was placed exactly where I wanted it, I went ahead and started my decorating there. I used the brick and wrought iron fence to build a line queue leading up to the ride. I was so happy to have a new style of bench in the game to give my valley a little bit of variety, so I chose to use them in my theme park. I had a lot of these flower rectangles from my previous Plaza design, so I decided to just go ahead and incorporate them into this design as well. I love using these jar lights as path lights, so I did place quite a few of these throughout this area. They give off such a pretty soft glow at night. If you have visited a Disney park, then you know that before entering any ride queue, you have to scan your Magic Band or your ticket on your phone or smartwatch. I used the Steward bot from Wall-E to act as the scanner in my theme park build. I used the wire mesh fence to create an alley. I really like doing this because it helps me to define the area that I want to build in, and it helps me to keep all of the entrances to the other biomes as well as the mining veins accessible. One of my favorite areas in my previous Plaza build was my outdoor theater, so I knew I had to recreate it in this one. It is a little bit different this time, but the overall concept is the same. When I was decorating the stage, I imagined kind of a variety show type of setup. The piano took up a lot of the space that I had to work with, but I liked the way it looked, so I sacrificed some of the other items that I had wanted to use. Since my alley is directly behind the stage, I wanted something to kind of help hide the fence, so I decided to go with these palm tree banners as a backdrop. I used red lights on either side of the stage to create a lighting effect that is different from the rest of the plaza. The Figment topiary is one of my favorite items from the new Star Path and was a huge inspiration behind the decor in my theme park build. I used a lot of the Plaza trees and Plaza flowered bushes to fit in with it, but I hope that we get a lot more items like this added in the future. This arcade area is another design that I had in my previous Plaza build. I didn't change much in this build, but I did add the piñata from Coco. I've used the Celebrating Friendship statue from the 100th anniversary Star Path in a few different places already in my valley, but I really think it fits best in this build. It doesn't actually stay here, but you'll see where it ends up shortly. Behind the Plaza trees that line the edge facing the meadow, I placed a row of the butterfly flowers just to keep things from spawning. stuck with the same brick path that I've used in all of my Plaza builds. I think that I would really like to experiment with some different pathing options in this build, but for now, this is what I had enough of, and it's actually my favorite path in the game, so it's what I went with. So when I was laying my path, I realized that you can't lay a path under the large Mickey fountain. I tried removing the fountain to place the path, thinking maybe when I put the fountain back down, it would allow the path to remain. I knew it wouldn't actually work, but I decided to give it a shot anyway. I tried using underbrush to hide the edges, but unfortunately there just wasn't enough room here, so I ended up moving the friendship statue and using the fountain tiles around it with some bushes and butterfly flowers, and I actually ended up liking this setup better. The It's a Small World pillars and the iron park benches finish the area off nicely to create a welcoming seating area at the entrance. You won't see the other side of the build until the next video, but when I started over there, I actually ran out of fence. I didn't have a lot of iron in my inventory, so I came back over here to my stage area and just replaced some of the fencing with Plaza trees. I don't think I'm alone in the thought that the Disney Park Star Path is the best the game has offered us so far. I definitely have my favorites like the Figment Topiary and the balloons, but there's actually not an item that I don't like. Let me know in the comments below if you've built a theme park in your own valley using the new items, and if so, let me know where you built it. I think I'd kind of like to play around with creating theme parks in the different biomes, but for now, stay tuned for part 2 of the Plaza build and subscribe and click the bell to be notified when it's posted. That's all I had for today, friends. Until next time, peace out.